Whether you are an avid Instagrammer or you are working on a research poster or blog post for a class project, you probably make use of scientific images you find online. But can you use that image? Just because you have access to a graphic or image, or you can search for an image on Google, doesn't mean you can use it. Even funny cat meme images belong to someone else. If you post that picture to your Instagram feed, you may be in violation of copyright. You should never share someone else's image, graphic, or figure as if it's your own. But when you create content that communicates science, you may wish to use compelling images you find online to make your message more interesting and informative. You can use images you find online in your social media or class projects as long as you are aware of 3 simple rules that we will talk about in this video. If you didn't take the picture or create the image yourself, then the copyright belongs to someone else. You can't use that image on your research poster, post it on Facebook or Instagram, or share it anywhere else online without the creator's permission. So how can you get permission to use an image? Remember these 3 simple rules about getting permission to use an image, graphic, or photo. Rule number 1. You can ask the creator for permission to use the image. If you can identify the original creator, you can contact them to ask for permission to use the image. Be specific about how you will use the image. Will you be using it on a poster presented at a large research conference? Will you be using it on a blog post? Will you be using it for academic or commercial purposes? How will you acknowledge the creator? The more specific and clear you are about how you wish to use the image, the more likely the image creator will be to give you permission to use it. Number 2. Look for the Creative Commons icon. If an image is listed under a Creative Commons license, that means that the copyright holder has given others permission to use it under certain conditions. These conditions are often that the image can't be used for commercial purposes, and that if you use the image, you must credit the creator by name. You can find Creative Commons images in various places on the web. Visit search.creativecommons.org and search for an image on a particular topic. You can also search particular databases, for example, Flickr and Wikimedia Commons, for Creative Commons images. Make sure that once you choose an image, you take note of the type of Creative Commons license the image is under. Some licenses allow you to remix or adapt the image, while others don't. You must also give image credit to the Flickr or Wikimedia Commons user who uploaded the image. Go to creativecommons.org/licenses to learn more about the different types of Creative Commons licenses and in what ways they allow you to use an image. At some point, you may wish to use a research figure in your research poster or on social media. Most academic journals have copyright over figures published in their papers, so you cannot use these figures without the journal's permission, even if you published the paper. You must ask the journal for permission to use the figure. Some academic journals are published under Creative Commons licenses. PLOS ONE is an example of a Creative Commons journal. As long as you attribute the authors and cite the paper, you can use figures from PLOS ONE journal articles on social media, in your research reports, etc. Number 3. You can use images that are in the public domain. Public domain means a piece of content belongs to the public as a whole, and therefore is not subject to copyright. You can search for public domain images and figures online through .gov websites such as National Park Service, NASA.gov, and CDC.gov. The bottom line is that there is never an excuse to use a copyrighted image that you don't have permission to use. When in doubt, just find another image, figure, or graphic that you know you have permission to use. You can ask the artist or graphic creator for permission, or you can search Google Images or Flickr for Creative Commons images using the advanced search option. You can also pay for a license to use a stock image, for example through Shutterstock.com. And if all else fails, you can always take a picture yourself or create your own graphic. Just be careful that you don't use pieces of copyrighted images when creating your own graphic. For more information about image use, contact us at the CXC Science Studio. You can find us on Twitter at CXCSCI, on Instagram at LSU CXC Science, or via email.